I had a couple of questions here. One is, what was your biggest struggle or biggest obstacle in your career on the real estate side?
Starting out, I didn't know what I didn't know. So for me, again, I didn't come from any kind of a background. Nobody in my family were entrepreneurs. Nobody were real estate investors. Nobody was doing anything I was doing in my world. I was always the most successful of generally the people that I hung around. I had the most ambition. So I had to learn it the hard way. So for me, the biggest challenges were I had no money, had no credit. So I had to use, the banks would not loan me any money. That's much easier today. I just didn't know how to get it, didn't know how to go about it. So I had to finance vehicles to grow and scale companies. I had to use credit cards. Then I had to use an equity line on my house. So the way I got started, I didn't know you could go to somebody to back you in a business that would loan you private money. I didn't even know what that was. So not knowing what I didn't know, because I didn't have any mentors teaching me, and all the information that's out there today, it wasn't out there back in 1997. You couldn't just go on the internet and Google how to start a business and see all these things come up. Score, I don't even think was around back then, or if it was, I didn't know about it. So it was just, learning those things, not knowing what I didn't know, and having to learn everything the hard way. We didn't have the computers, didn't have the technology. But once I broke through that and started doing things, what's really interesting is the things that seemed difficult, once you did them, didn't seem that difficult. And that's what's really cool, is that, man, I thought, it's going to be really hard to get to the $1 million level. Once you get there, you're like, wow, that wasn't that hard. It's going to be really hard to get to the $10 million level. Well, once you get there, that wasn't that hard. Man, it's really going to be hard to get to the $100 million level. Well, once you get there, you're like, dang, it really wasn't that hard. It was just an awareness of what's possible. So now ultimately I'm working towards the $1 billion level. And that's what the guys that are there before me, when I look at what they've done, the only difference is they knew more than I did and started earlier. That's the only difference. It's knowledge, and it's not knowing what you don't know, that really limits where you can ultimately go and where you can be, if you're not afraid to take the steps and take the action.